Hey everybody, Hatcher here with gaming news, reviews, and tips, GNRT, and we're back in DCS world evaluating some VR settings, and today we're going to take a look at water. Now when it comes to the water settings, we have three options to choose from: low, medium, and high. I usually play on medium, but let's go ahead and do a comparison between the low and the high settings and see what the effects on performance and visuals are in the game. So one of the main differences is really the ability to see the white caps on the waves. I'll be honest, the visuals didn't change much between the low, medium, and high settings, other than seeing the white caps out on the ocean for the most part. And so you can see this in this shot here, where you can see the white caps in the high water settings. You'll see that there are white caps on the waves, whereas in the medium and low settings, I know you don't see medium here, but in the low settings you don't see them. And in medium, you see a few, essentially. You'll still see a lot of the great reflections as far as the sun bouncing off of the water surface. All of that is still intact, so the game still looks beautiful on low and medium settings. Performance-wise, I didn't notice all that much of a difference in my frame rates changing. Right now, I'm getting great frame rates in the beta, anywhere between the upper 20s up into the 40 range, which is fantastic for me in the beta. I haven't had that in a while. So it's actually really quite good as far as the frame rates go, and I didn't notice any major difference between low, medium, and high. For me personally, I preferred the settings on lower medium. Just those white caps didn't do a whole lot for me. I guess if you prefer that, you can go ahead and turn it on to high. But for me, the game looked beautiful in low and medium, and I'm going to continue to use it on my medium settings. Looking at other bodies of water like the rivers and lakes, again, not too much of a difference. You'll still see the sun reflecting off of the water. Still looks beautiful in VR. Everything looks great there. Now, same thing here as we come in and fly over the carrier and come in for a landing. You can see the white caps on the high settings. And you can also see the wake much more apparent in the high settings as compared to the low settings. There isn't much of a wake or water turbulence around the aircraft carrier. So a lot more detail in the high water settings. If you played on lower medium, I don't know if you'd notice too much of a difference. But for me, I'm going to continue to play on my medium settings, getting a little bit of that wake and getting a little bit of those white caps. I don't need the high settings. When it came to performance, honestly, my frame rates varied all the way up to 40 and down into the mid to low 20s, but it really didn't seem to be a factor with the low, medium, or high settings for my system. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, write a comment, ask a question, or subscribe, and we'll see you in game.